Hi everyone, my name is Josephine and I'm a Foursquare addict. I know some of you out there too, you know who you are. And I've been thinking a lot about ways that you can take this sort of fun gaming platforms and mash it up with news and activism. So when people hear devastating news, they often want to reach out and engage with it and do something about it, but they don't know what to do. So you have this flurry of activity on the interwebs of people trying to figure out what to do, and some people creating their own initiatives, and it all comes down to one question, which is, what can I do? So enter reACTor. reACTor is a web application. It's an initiative that some colleagues and I put together to match up news with opportunities for social activism. We got a MacArthur Foundation award to put it together, and it is now in a working prototype. It's an alpha stage, and it basically matches up news with different nonprofit needs. So on the one hand, you have headlines, and on the other hand, you have a database of acts that can be anything from financial contributions to requests for volunteers, online actions, as well as exchange of goods and services. So once you have a platform like this, you have to translate it into a mobile platform. And what if you stepped it up one bit, and instead of settling for just a direct translation to a mobile platform, you made it something more fun and persistently engaging? You made it a game. So therefore, this is where the idea for reACTor comes in, which is basically this idea to have a mobile game that allows users to engage with the news and play the news. So as you're walking around, you have the news that's shown in a map visualization, and 1,000 feet around you or some other specified distance like the neighborhood area, and then it's also a list. So for example, one of the news stories might be losing a home, and the corresponding action to it might be volunteer for your local homeless outreach center. So it's all connected to real-world actions through a virtual platform. You can also, everyone enjoys a good competition, so bring the game on. You can have challenges, compete with your friends, challenge them to reACTor matches. And by doing these specific acts and reACTor challenges, you can get awards and points and badges and ambassadorships. So we're engaging the game culture, and there's some myths around gamers, like gamers won't be interested because you're young. Well, the average gamer is 35 years old now and has been playing games for 12 years. And it's not as skewed anymore. 40% of players are women. In World of Warcraft research, there's a lot of research about offline social connections, how tight they are, the types of collaboration that happen in-world, as well as 650,000 people played the game IgniteNYC, which is a game about poverty in Haiti. Gamers do want to engage. On the flip side to that, we're gaming the news culture. So people are interested in active involvement. News is no longer just a static, passive thing. We're reading our news feeds through tweet streams, through Facebook feeds, and there's a lot of activity around that. The modes of delivery as well as news consumptions have changed. So as far as taking the game culture and engaging them and gaming the news culture, I think you have key ingredients that really make for a persistent community, which is the news that keeps things constant and keeps things changing, the game platform which keeps people engaged, and the community that happens around the volunteer actions that keeps people interested and sustained, and also gives you the sort of feel-good factor as well as, of course, bragging rights in the game. And at the core issue of this is that people are using a game platform to do good things. So to do good things and also to make it work, we're matching the news through we're taking the news and integrating the matching engine in reACTor. That we already have a fully functional prototype that's built on an open source platform, so I can take this, you can take this, do whatever you want with it. We're making it geolocated by integrating geographically specific news with a partnership by Outside In, which if you don't know it, it enables hyperlocal news delivery through geotagging. They also have already a mobile game out called reACTor, so we're partnering with them, they're taking the API, not having to reinvent the wheel. So what I'd like to call it is augmented activism. There's a lot of talk out there about augmented reality apps, and a lot of augmented reality apps that give you data about where you are, but this is going to give you calls to action about where you are, as well as an entire network of people who are also socially conscious individuals that are doing these things along with you. So these calls to action are framed inside directed play actions, and the augmented reality adds not only a layer of news, but a layer of calls to action and service opportunities too. So by putting it all together, we have the points of news, which are points of inspiration, the game platform, which provides a platform for motivation, and the calls to action, which provide community and also a way for people to engage in the news that is a lot more active rather than passive. And the question is to play the news or not to play the news. But really the question is, what can I do? It comes back to that question. When you're given what's going around you with what to do about it, it's really simple. And I think the question then is, what are we waiting for? I would put out a call to action there that is to be players in the game that is this world and to play the game of change. Thank you.